Society.
Sports note.
Official look brought to you by Supercap, the new Flamengo caps. Check this out, man. Look at this. Look at the embroidery. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. These caps are amazing. These caps. Look at this. Sports Society official note. My friends, it's unbelievable what's happening. It's unbelievable. Palmeiras releasing another official statement, now attacking the CBF and asking
For the return of Ramon Abatti Abel.
they want Ramon Abatti Abel back. That's how desperate they are.
They're asking for him. Come back, Ramon Abatti Abel. From God Abate Abel, we need you who can help us people look.
What a shame, man. Shame. Even Palmeiras fans are outraged. Even Palmeiras supporters are criticizing Palmeiras' statement. I had to start the video already talking about this because there's the issue of Ancelotti's preliminary list. We'll discuss all this here. 5 Flamengo players on the preliminary list, plus preliminary lists from other national teams. We've already mentioned how absurd Rossi's situation is. He's not on Argentina's list, but my friends, this situation with VARMEIRAS, this is shameful, right? Man, those guys are asking for him to come back. They're asking for Ramon Abatti Abel not to be punished anymore, right? Yeah, man, it's surreal. Check out Palmeiras' official statement. Look at this. Sociedade Esportiva Palmeiras announces that in a meeting held this Monday with the participation of representatives from other Serie A clubs and the CBF refereeing commission, we acknowledge the mistake made by the refereeing team in disallowing the goal scored by defender Bruno Fux in stoppage time of the second half of the match against Remo in the Brazilian Championship. But what do you mean acknowledged if it was a matter of interpretation? That's crazy. They probably said it could have been given since they're already treating that like an established fact from the CBF. During the meeting, Palmeiras, represented by football director Anderson Barros, once again demanded measures to ensure that serious mistakes like this do not happen again, as they risk compromising the credibility of the competition. The club emphasizes that at no time did it request punishments for the referee or the VAR official, as it understands that all professionals, including the best ones, are susceptible to mistakes. Additionally, it is not Palmeiras' or any club's place to interfere with CBF decisions, which has been investing significantly to improve Brazilian refereeing. If that happens, it will lessen mistakes benefiting Palmeiras, right? Even in recent matches, someone is always sent off and Palmeiras never gets a penalty against them. Never. Given this context, however, it's essential for us to reflect on the treatment given to the referee Ramon Abatti Abel, who was severely penalized by the CBF and by the STJD, the Superior Court of Sports Justice, just a few months ago because of that, for events that happened during the match between São Paulo and Palmeiras, also in the Brasileirão. Simplistic solutions, adopted only with the intention of providing momentary satisfaction to outside observers or third parties, will not contribute to the evolution of refereeing and national football. Guys, it's unbelievable. They're releasing another statement, and she always said she only handles things through the proper channels. She solves it in the proper sphere, goes there and makes a statement to complain publicly. And then, once again, right? Yesterday, she even released the lip-reading analysis. Today, she releases the statement and asks for some kindness towards Ramon Abatti Abel. What is she asking for, right? With this, the official statement is asking for Ramon Abatti Abel to referee Palmeiras games again, to go back to working normally. Why is Palmeiras so interested in defending Ramon Abatti Abel? It's hard to understand. Or rather, it's actually very easy to understand, right? The guy is complaining that someone was punished for making a mistake in favor of Palmeiras, you know? Guys, it's not just about being honest. You also have to appear honest. It's shameful. This statement is absurd. This statement is shameful. I can't understand it. And even Palmeiras' own fans, if you look here, man, at the comments, Diego Cruz Alves and their Palmeiras fans. The saddest thing is having to rely on a play in the last minute to beat Remo. That's not right. That's not right. Then the other one replied,
jogador a mais em boa parte do tempo.
Alex Almeida, good point. And then there are fans who say, but we're the leaders, we're doing well in the Libertadores, right? But what does that have to do with anything? How long are we going to keep losing important points to weak teams? They're actually upset with how the team is playing. There's no one. The fans aren't even complaining about the refereeing. Palmeiras whining doesn't match what the fans are saying. The fans are actually at odds with Palmeiras. It's unbelievable, okay? It's unbelievable. Everyone here is outraged. Thank your referee for managing to get a draw. That's what the rival fan is saying. But it's unbelievable, okay? Even Palmeiras fans themselves don't agree with the club's statement. They don't agree with the club's statement. They're actually outraged. Consider Palmeiras' statement. Take a look. We also have Flabolado here, which is important to mention. There's Flabolado saying that if it weren't for the refereeing, Flamengo would be the leader and Palmeiras would be 6th in the standings. Look at that.
A little bit of shame. Palmeiras gets help, earns a point with the referee's help, and the whole press conference is just complaining. The way Palmeiras operates is ugly. It's shameful. If anyone had a reason to complain, it would be Remo. Remo should have had the Palmeiras player sent off in the first half. The Remo player's ankle actually twisted. Nothing happened. A clear penalty in favor of Remo? Arms completely outstretched. Nothing was called. Then at the end, the ball hits the hand of the Palmeiras player. Just at the tip, Palmeiras, he said he came to get a law, a rule. The whole press conference complaining, whining. So that in the next game, Palmeiras will be helped once again. They should be a little ashamed.
Then he put it here. See? Palmeiras gets help.
Earns a point. With the help of the referee?
Yes, that would be Palmeiras in 6th place. 6th place. And Flamengo would be free, but that's it. Then they release a statement saying the CBF admits its mistake and is asking for Ramon Abatti Abel to return. Saying his punishment was absurd is basically asking for Ramon Abatti Abel to return. It's shameful. My friends, I'm shocked. How can they have the nerve to do this? What scares me the most is that they have the nerve to do this, okay? Yeah. I'm going to bring up the issue of Ancelotti's preliminary list now. A lot of people are talking about it. I just wanted to bring up the other preliminary lists as well. Carrascal was confirmed on Colombia's preliminary list. Meanwhile, Plata is also on Ecuador's list. So, look, Carrascal confirmed on Colombia's preliminary list. It's important for us to mention it here. Meanwhile, Plata is also on Ecuador's list, the preliminary list, okay? That bigger list. The official list will still be released. Besides that, Arrascaeta, Varela, and De La Cruz are also confirmed on Uruguay's preliminary squad list. Arrascaeta, even though he's injured and had surgery on his collarbone, is on Uruguay's preliminary list. This is important information for us to share. It's because this information shows that Bielsa might take Arrascaeta, trusting that he'll be back for the 2nd or 3rd game. And we're really rooting for Arrasca. It would be fantastic if Arrasca got called up, right? I don't know if they're going to do that, right? Yeah. Honestly, I'd take him. He deserves it, right? He deserves to be called up. We also had some important information to bring to you regarding the preliminary list that supposedly leaked from the Brazilian national team. But I'll tell you this right now. Guys, Ancelotti, the national team, didn't release any preliminary list, okay? There was no preliminary list that was published or leaked from the Brazilian national team. What may have happened is that some names got out and then people are talking, but this preliminary list that came out here, okay? This one that came out is not real, okay? Goalkeepers: Alisson, Ederson, Bento, Hugo Souza, John, and Carlos Miguel. Why 6 goalkeepers? And this list is not real, but these names may have leaked, okay? It's a preliminary list with some players, including injured ones, for him to choose from. So, these are the goalkeepers, the likely goalkeepers. Defenders: Marquinhos, Gabriel Magalhães, Bremer, Léo Pereira, Ibañez, Alexandro, Fabrício Bruno, Beraldo, Vitor Reis, and Murilo. Fabrício Bruno is on the list, okay? On the preliminary list. Léo Pereira is guaranteed to be there, okay? One of the top 4, all right? Fullbacks: Wesley. Danilo is listed here as a fullback, okay? Could this have leaked? Maybe, but it's not official, all right, guys? This is not the official list. This could be a leak, but it's not official. It leaked, but it's not official. The national team hasn't released anything official. Fullbacks, Wesley, Danilo, and the second one from Flamengo, look. Paulo Henrique, Vitinho, Alexandro, the third one from Flamengo, Douglas Santos, Luciano Huba, Caio Henrique, Kaique, and Carlos Augusto. These last ones here, it's harder for them to be called up for the World Cup, okay? Midfielders. Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes, Fabinho, André Santos, Danilo, Lucas Paqueta. I told you guys, I actually think this leak came from our side. I think this is just a preliminary list, but the national team doesn't share it. Fourth one there from Flamengo, Lucas Paqueta, Gabriel Sara, Joao Gomes, Andreas Pereira, Joeliton Gerson, Mateus Pereira, and Martinelli. Those after Lucas Paqueta, I think it's unlikely they'll go, okay? I think up to Lucas Paqueta, those will go. Casemiro, Bruno Guimaraes, Fabinho, André Santos, Danilo, and Lucas Paqueta. For me, those will go, okay? From Gabriel Sara down, João Gomes, I don't think they'll go. That's what I think, okay? Forwards. Vini Júnior, Rafinha, Matheus Cunha, Luiz Henrique, Gabriel Martinelli, João Pedro, Estevão, Neymar. Hendrik Estevão is injured, huh? Neymar is on the preliminary list there. Neymar on the preliminary list. Yeah, Neymar on the preliminary list. Hendrik, Rayan, Anthony, Igor, Thiago, Pedro, Richarlison, Igor Jesus, and Caio Jorge, okay? I still think Pedro has a chance. Pedro is down there on the preliminary list, way down, but I think he still has a chance. Let's see. There are still 2 games left before the official list, if I'm not mistaken. He has to score goals. He has to convince Ancelotti to put him on that final list for the 2026 World Cup. So, do you believe that the 5 from Flamengo we talked about here will be there? Do you think Arrasca will also be on Uruguay's list? Leave a comment here. I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe down below, turn on notifications, hit the bell, and leave a big like on the video. Greetings, Flamengo fans. This is Flamengo.
Thanks.